from Ecclesiastes chapter 4. It says, 2 are better than 1. So if 2 lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can 1 keep warm alone? Though 1 may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. I think we also realize that third cord, which represents God. It's what gives a relationship real strength. You know, when Dennis is sending Grace some scriptures, texting them to her in the morning, or Dennis sees Grace selflessly giving. You know, that's that third cord in your life. The faith in God that both of you treasure in each other. You know, that is the third cord that makes you strong. That is the third cord that allows you to have deep talks. That's that third cord that helps you love each other. You know, in marriage, you now are getting a permanent helper. Because of love, because of connection, you know, you help each other to stand and to weather the trials, to be productive in your life, growing together and being what pleases your spouse. In Matthew chapter 7, verse 24, it says, "Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. And yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on the sand." You know, Grace admires Dennis when she sees him loving the Lord, when she sees him serving at church, seeking advice from godly people, which is an incredible attribute. That's building on the rock, Dennis. Dennis loves to see Grace when she's caring for others and when she's selfless and has that deep faith in God. And Grace, that's building on the rock. You know, it's powerful that you have put your trust in God. That's what it makes all the difference. There's a higher authority here than just you two. It's you trusting God, trusting God's way, trusting God's plan, trusting God's word, trusting how God is helping you both to love each other and commit your lives to each other. Dennis, will you have Grace to be your beloved wife? To live under God's great plan for marriage? Will you love her, cherish her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her for good times and bad times, for prosperity and want, for sickness and health, forsaking all others, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Grace, will you have Dennis to be your beloved husband, to live under God's great plan for marriage? Will you love him, cherish him, comfort him, honor him, and keep him for good times and bad times, for prosperity and want, for sickness and health, forsaking all others, as long as you both shall live?
Yes, I do.
As Dennis Davis and Grace Pierre have agreed to this marriage and has been declared before God in this gathering of family and friends, and have given themselves to each other, I, by the virtue of the authority in me by God, and vested under the laws of the state of Florida, pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. God, we just pray right now to bring Dennis and Grace together as one. We thank you for their love. We thank you for their commitment to each other, a commitment that will only be broken by death. And they look forward to eternity together with each other and with you. It's in your Son's name I pray.